I'm astounded. I'm reading the paper again this morning. Norman Woodstock Spalding. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, the day after Contribution Day. Yesterday was the Sabbath. I certainly hope you contributed with all your heart. That must feel pretty good to you today. Contributing on the Sabbath day all day, opening your offices and contributing, that is a great feeling on the first day of the week. That's wonderful. Well, the governor of Oregon's picture's in the front page, dancing and looking very content with himself. Yow. I find it astounding. The whole image of the governor is something off a sitcom I've seen once. One episode of it. Next week was different. I don't know. I don't blame John Kitsoff for a bit. It shows you the mindset of so many citizens in Oregon. They're a victim of rolling over for the international lumber industry that's robbed the state of Oregon for years. Of course, you know, when you're getting paid to shut up, you'll let your forest get robbed and shut your mouth and call yourself a logger. It's unfortunate. It's international marketing, and there's not much left of the state of Oregon because of it. What they've basically done is ravaged. There's no rivers left. There's no floodplain in Oregon, no topsoil, certainly no industry or mindset of any of it. What has to happen in the state of Oregon, there's very little mindset for what has to happen. As I bumped around the state, it wouldn't make a pimple on Ohio's rear end. And Ohio, of course, was there in Oregon's shoes long before Oregon knew anything about it as a state. Now, I think as awareness, more likely the human beings of Oregon, tribal people, were far more aware than possibly those in Ohio. Only were, ravaged, and again, as most tribal people, their customs and traditions were mocking their best interests, and again, they lost everything to the Europeans or their offspring of them, infiltrating with their stupidity over, two stupidities overlaying each other. Tribal stupidity and the European stupidity, and it just kind of went blap. And now it's a soggy mess, quite frankly, and it's not soggy from topsoil, it's soggy from an inaccurate picture in their mind. Poor John Kitsoff is a vivid example of somebody walking around with a cloud in his head that has nothing to do with this state or living whatsoever. And he doesn't know that, of course. He's very certified and credentialed, and they bend him over early in life and start jamming it up there. There ain't not much left of the man, if anything. Humans like that I have a great deal of pity for. He ran against the only guy that could governor the state. Basically, the governor's got to touche these opportunists that are ruining the state. Now, that's a tough job. I'll tell you, it's a no-nonsense, no-thank-you job like playing basketball. And they had the right candidate for the governor and didn't know it. It's astounding how irony will show up with contrast, and usually because hypocrisy, mocks everything that irony holds a treasure, it'll miss the gift that irony offers. I've been in those shoes too many times as a hypocrite and realized later, my God, irony offered me the asset and my own noose at the same time, and I took my noose and hung myself. And irony knew full well my mindset was 180 wrong. And I'd grab the wrong thing. Because my mindset was wrong. And the citizens of the state of Oregon definitely reflect that. And so there's Kitsoff, and irony offered them this Dudley, a wonderful man for the governorship, and they spit right in its face. Dumb. Again. Yay, George Bush. Taught me that with one wink. Have you ever questioned why George Bush winked? Man, the education of that. Every wink needs researched. Because it's a lecture. And there's more content in his winks than any of the words he ever said. You need to take his winks and research them, each one. And you'll find, man, portfolios behind a wink. It's astounding. Documentary looks like a Encyclopedia Britannica is wasting their time. One wink from Bush. It's astounding. I hold the guy, he's one of the greatest professors that ever walked. The instruction of George Bush, it takes you a long time to, you know, I've sat in a lot of class and pick up a lot of innuendos from professors. And a lot of the instruction is done with the innuendo more than the words of the instructor. So you pay attention to the instructor's innuendos, and you pretty much can grab the content of the class. When the instructor's on the ball, like Bush was on the ball, and pretty much instructing the nation secretly. Oh man! This guy could get the hits out, you know, for somebody paying attention and curious. He informed me. I like to break into song, and I better upload this, or you won't be able to upload it. Yep.